Now, I'm going to give you some stumbling blocks that will actually prevent you from discerning with absolute precision. And once you take care of these, you will have spirit-led discernment that allows you to see beyond the realm of the natural. You're going to be able to see if something is of the demonic. You're going to be able to tell if someone is coming with an ulterior motive. You're going to be able to recognize when something is an actual demonic attack as opposed to just some mishap. You will become aware of the spiritual realm, and I want to give you that warning now because a lot of people will see things that they don't want to see. It's going to open your eyes and you will begin to see with clarity in the spirit. Once you learn this, there's no going back. You begin to see in the spirit with absolute clarity. I want to talk to you about having discernment, and very sharp discernment at that. Now, I'm going to show you some of the ways that your discernment can be disrupted, and it's important that you identify these and fix these immediately, especially now because there's so much coming at us from so many different directions. We have messaging coming from the culture. You have lies that the enemy is trying to plant in your mind. You're mixed up in your own emotions and thoughts. And it can be difficult to discern whether or not God is speaking to you about that job. It can be difficult to discern what are this person's motives and are they good for me to be around. It can be difficult to discern about the plans that God has for your future. So let's take a look at this first stumbling block, and that is pride, self, ego. Many Christians pride themselves in having discernment. It's almost part of their personality, at least in the way they consider it. But Zechariah 4:6 says, "It's not by power nor by might, but by my spirit, says the Lord." And pride is a stumbling block to discernment because it doesn't allow for course correction. In fact, pride, when it recognizes that it didn't discern something properly, will actually go looking for reasons to believe itself in the first place, despite the evidence that's presented. So, for example, let's say you meet someone and at first you're not liking them. There's something in your mind off about them. And then later you find that you were just overthinking it, or maybe you were in a bad mood, or you caught them on a bad day. But instead of admitting that you got it wrong, you just look for more reasons to tell yourself, no, I got it right in the first place. And so what happens is you begin to double down on that wrong thinking. And so this is why pride is a major stumbling block, because it's self-reliance as opposed to reliance on the Spirit. Bragging about having good discernment, bragging about always getting it right, bragging about just being able to see things in people when no one else can, that's a revelation of pride. Those are signs that maybe there is some hidden pride in your heart, and it's important that you discern that pride in yourself before you begin to discern things about the world around you and the people around you. And so we must rely on the Spirit. Trust not in